Okay, let's continue with our review and explanation of this practice quiz for Chapter 5, Sections 1 through 5. Where we left off, I said I was going to talk about this even and odd properties to find this. And yeah, I'm going to get to that in a bit. Let's just solve this problem just straight up. What is the tangent of negative pi over 3? Well, let's go to our unit circle and let's find out what reference angle that is, and then once we know the reference angle, it's easy to find the trigonometric functions. Okay, well, I know where positive pi over 3 is. If I rotate in this direction, we call this the positive direction, and there it is at 60 degrees. There's pi over 3. There's the adjacent, there's the opposite, divide, I've got my number. Okay, well, that's for pi over 3. Well, where's negative pi over 3? Negative pi over 3, we just rotate in the opposite direction. Okay, negative angle means rotate this way. So instead of positive 6 degrees this way, we go negative 6 degrees that way. Okay, so there's pi over 3 in the negative direction. There's my point. Opposite divided by adjacent. All right, so that's the same thing as multiplying by the reciprocal. What do I get? I get negative root 3. And that's the correct answer. That's what I would put over here, negative root 3. Now, what's this even odd business? What does that mean? Well, let's take a look at the tangent function. And the tangent function makes this S shape through the origin. It looks a lot like a cubit, which means that it has origin symmetry. If I have some sort of straight line going through the origin, the distance from here to here, it's the same as the distance from there to there. So we call that origin symmetry, which means that tangent then is an odd function. All right, big deal. What does that mean? That means algebraically this is true. Okay, so if I plug in any value, negative value, into my function, it's equal to the negative of the function at that value. That's a mouthful. All right, so what does that mean for us? That means that this should be true. If I evaluate the tangent at negative pi over 3, it's the same thing as evaluating the tangent at pi over 3 and taking the negative. Well, let's see if that's true. We've already evaluated this, and we got, what, negative root 3. Okay, well, let's take the tangent at pi over 3. See what we get. Well, we get opposite divided by adjacent. We get root 3. Since it's an odd function, we take the negative of it. Same answer, a lot of headache. Okay, so that's why I really didn't, just find where this angle is and get the tangent. Right? Negative means just goes in the opposite direction. All this even odd stuff doesn't really matter. It's just, I think, somebody trying to validate even and odd functions, making them worthwhile, whatever. Okay, tangent of 570. Well, that is obviously an obtuse angle. I cannot take any trig function of an obtuse angle. I need it to be an acute angle with the x-axis. All right, so let's see, where is 570? Well, I go here, I rotate around once, that's 360, and I rotate another 210 degrees, and boom, I'm right there. All right, so that is my, well, what's the word I'm using for? Not the cofunction angle. Oh, shoot. I can't even remember the word now. We did that earlier. Getting old. All right, but here's the big deal. This is what I really need. I know that that is 30 degrees from the reference angle, from the x-axis. That is an acute angle with the x-axis in quadrant 3. Now, that's something I can use. Okay, now if I want to, I can recognize this as a 30-60 triangle, and there's my side adjacent, there's my side opposite, and then I can calculate the tans from special triangles. Well, a unit circle is just nothing but an organization of our special triangles. Where is this angle on our special triangles, or on my unit circle, excuse me? Right here. I am pi over 6 below the negative x-axis. I'm right here on my unit circle. What's the coordinate of that point? Well, it's the side adjacent and the side opposite of this 30, 60, 90, which is side adjacent is negative square root 3 over 2. Side opposite is negative a half. What is it that we want to do? We want to take the tangent of this angle. So it is going to be opposite divided by adjacent. Opposite divided by adjacent, which is the same thing as multiplying by the reciprocal. Negative times negative is going to make my product positive. These will cancel. I'll get 1 over root 3. I need to rationalize the denominator. Final answer is this guy right here, positive. Okay, we'll work the last two problems on part 4, the next video.